it's very wordy and it's a challenging question, but we can work this because we understand scientific notation, and will show you some methods for solving this one. Let's read it first. Red blood cells are responsible for transporting oxygen throughout the body and removing waste. They are the most common of the blood cells, and they make up between 40 to 45% of human blood. They are naturally very small, averaging a length of 7 times 10 to the negative 6 meters. There are about 2.5 times 10 to the 13th power red blood cells in the adult human body. If you laid all of your red blood cells end to end, how long would they be? Okay, since we see right here that we have a negative 6 meters, the average length, very, very small. Okay, well, one thing, since they are so tiny, and we're going to put them all end to end, and you have this many 2.5 times 10 to the 13th power in your body, we're going to have to multiply this times this. Now, one way that we can do this is to use our calculator, and I'm going to show you first how to enter this into your calculator. Okay, so we have 7 times 10 to the negative 6. All right, 7, oh, I've got to turn the thing on first to make it work. All right, 7 times 10, hit my up arrow right here, that's catty-corner to the 7. Here's my negative sign, negative 6. Now to get out of the superscript there, I'm going to scroll over and put times. All right, 2.5 times 10, hit my up arrow to the 13th power, scroll over to get out of the superscript, and hit enter. There is my answer. Let me write it out because the calculator doesn't put commas in there, does it? So we have 175, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. So we would have 175 million, all right, is how long it would be. 175 million of them. All right, so that's if we enter this into the calculator. Very handy tool. We can also work it out on paper. If we have 7 times 10 to the negative 6 times 2.5 times 10 to the 13th power. Okay, so we want to see how do we multiply these two. What I want to do first is to group my whole numbers here. So I'm going to rearrange this. I'm going to put 7 times 2.5, okay? Then I'm going to put 10 to the negative 6 times 10 to the 13th power. Okay, now let's multiply 7 times 2 to the 5th. 2.5 times 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry my 3. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. I only have one place behind the decimal point, so I'll count off one place in my answer. Okay? So right here, I have 17.5. Okay, now I go over here to my next set of parentheses. Remember, if I am multiplying like bases with exponents, I'm going to add those exponents. So I'm going to come down here and just rewrite this real quick. Times 10 to the 13th. That means I'm going to add negative 6 plus 13. Now when I'm adding unlike signs, I'm going to find the difference and then keep the sign of the larger number. The larger number is positive. The difference in 13 and 6 is 7. Okay, so I have 17 times 5, or 17.5 times 10 to the 7th power. Okay, that is a right answer. Remember, our answer was 175 million. But this is not considered scientific notation because there are 2 places in front of the decimal point. It is only considered scientific notation if there is just 1 digit in front of the decimal point. Okay, so right here, this is going to equal 17. 5 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, because you count every place after your first whole number. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I would be counting after this one. I'm sorry, I messed up. Start counting 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because the 7 in this case was after, the decimal was after the 7. Okay, but down here, if I want to write it in scientific notation, I'm going to have to add another exponent here and make that 10 to the 8th power in order to get 175 million, because 1, and now count out 8 places. 7, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. So your final answer would be 1.75 times 10 to the 8th power, which is going to equal 175 million. So it's a little converting going on there, but remember, you are going to have your calculator when you take the HiSET test. So get familiar with it, practice using it. It can save you a lot of time working these questions. So I hope that was helpful to you, and I will see you on the next video.